Hello and welcome to Songs for the Struggling Artist, the blogcast. This is episode 427. My name is Emily Rainbow Davis. Welcome to the blogcast. I am recording this early again. It's been a month. I don't know. I never do this, and this month I've done it like almost every episode. So, woohoo! But this time I'm doing it because I am traveling on podcast day. So I am recording it the day before. Hopefully will not post too early this time again. If you are joining me for the first time, wow, hello, welcome, glad to have you. The way this is going to work is I'm going to say another few couple of things. That's a way to turn a phrase. Anyway, I'm going to say some more stuff, not much. And then I'm going to read you a blog, and then I'm going to sing you a song. I've been trying this thing where I'm kind of going back and forth between political content and creative process content. So we are on a political episode. Basically, I wrote a lot in the week after the election, and then I just couldn't face any of those bits of writing for a while. So I thought if I parse them out a little bit, like I do one and then I look at, some playwrights or whatever, and then I come back to it the next week. And so far, it's been interesting because weirdly, the political posts are much more popular than the creative stuff. I would have thought the opposite in the current moment, but no, I guess political stuff is popular for a reason because it's popular. Anyway, if you're not feeling political posts, then skip to the next one or go back to the previous. And this one is called Trying to Write the Day After the Election. It's the day after Election Day. It was a rough night, and I'm here at a cafe on the Upper East Side to write through this difficult moment. It's 75 degrees here in New York City in November. Nothing to worry about. No global warming to see here. Good thing no one's declared a climate emergency yet. So the patio is more full than usual. The man at the table next to me turns his body to directly face me, away from his table. It is a full body stare. I know he's staring. I do not look up, as this is not my first rodeo with this kind of behavior. This creep wants to talk to me, at the very least. He's letting me know he's watching. Does this move usually work for him? And why have so many men before him tried it? Let me just say, being aggressively stared at doesn't really help with my writing process. Having someone 6 feet away trying to bore holes in my body with his eyes does not facilitate anything good. The only reason I can even set these words down now is because he finally gave up and left. But what does this creepy staring guy have to do with the 2024 election? Well, not only am I on edge due to the re-election of a rapist, but also it feels clear that misogynists and rapists across the land will be feeling especially emboldened. This guy, luckily, did not feel emboldened enough to get past the creepy staring stage, but I feel he probably stared longer and with more of his body than he would have yesterday. But Emily, can't a guy look at a pretty lady anymore? Good question, hypothetical dude. And thanks for implying that I'm pretty. I especially appreciate the compliment. Let me explain something about qualities of looking. If I see a beautiful person I want to see more of, I do not stare at them. I steal glances. I look when they are not looking. There's looking and there is staring. The quality of staring from this guy was aggressive. Most women can feel the difference, and I feel pretty confident that this guy also knows the difference. He is staring because he wants something from me, even if it's only for me to look up so he can start a fight or gloat about the election. I don't know what his intentions are, but I do know that it is a hungry, dangerous, look. Most people learn that it is not appropriate. This guy didn't. I could tell it made him mad that I would not acknowledge him, but I was in the mood to make trumpets mad today. I do not know if this guy was actually a Trumpy one, but when misogyny wins, like it did last night, all the creeps benefit. All the creeps feel more entitled to women's time, attention, and bodies. It becomes even more of a fight out there. It's such an old fight, and we're all so tired of it. So, as my regular listeners will probably realize, there is a significant lag time usually between when I write the blog, and then there is another lag time between when I post the blog and when I've written it, and then another significant lag after that when it finally becomes a podcast. So I think you'll be able to work out what that timing was because I was very specific about when I wrote this particular one. And here it is already late December. But I guess it really took that amount of time to be able to look this kind of thing squarely in the face. It's like I can be present with the thing and write about it in the moment, but then to do the kind of like reflective editing part, that's like where I really have to like get myself ready somehow. Anyway, I don't think it has changed in terms of the landscape. I do think I was more terrified then than I am now. I think I thought people would be like out in the streets aggressively misogynistic because it just felt like that's what was happening that day. But I have not yet had that experience, knock on all the wood. It could still happen. And I definitely feel braced for something. But so far, not as bad as this day in the cafe. Anyway, what song do I have for you? Well, I looked up songs about stalking, and not that this guy was stalking me by any means. I actually looked for songs about staring first, but I could not find a good one. And so I ended up in a stalking thread. And, of course, the number one stalking song, beloved by stalkers and non-stalkers alike, is Every Breath You Take by The Police. Of course. So I had to do it. And you might have thought, like I did, that I had, in fact, done it before, but I had not. In fact, what I have done before was Don't Stand So Close to Me, which is a very similar vibe from a different perspective. Not really. In any case, I had not yet done Every Breath You Take, and I got a chance to do it here, and it was actually a really good time. So thanks, staring guy. I wouldn't have done this song if not for you. Anyway, I will play that for you in just a moment. But meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you like this podcast, please tell someone about it. Like, review, subscribe. Do all the things that you can do for a podcast. You can review in your own app. You can go out and go on to all the apps and review there. There's like a way to do a rate my podcast thing. There's a link in the show notes that can tell you how to do that. I have amazing ratings because you all are amazing, but there aren't a lot of you. So even though it is a 5-star podcast, for sure, no question, because every one of you is a 5-star person, thank you. Still could, if you haven't, please do. And just one more, you know what I mean? I'm sure at least one person will tip over the algorithm. Anyway, thank you. just for listening, meanwhile. And also, if you would like to support this podcast with your money, that would be amazing. Patreon.com/Emily R. Davis is the number one spot, but there's also PayPal, there's Ko-fi. All those links are in the show notes. If you join Patreon before the end of the year, you'll get my end of the year stuff. And that means you get all the songs, so you can download all the songs. And you will also get the zine. The zine is either a paper or a digital version of the best of the year. So I put together a zine of all of the best. I don't know if they're the best. I put together a greatest hits. I don't know, a selection. Let's call it that. A selection of the year's blogs, and I put them together in a zine. And if you want this one this year, if you join by the end of 2024, I will send one to you. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. And I'm just grateful to have you here. I'm going to do, I think, one more before the end of 2024. One more of these, if all works out. Because I put the podcast out on Mondays, it's falling on non-holiday days, mostly. So that doesn't always work out that way. But this year, wee. So, So anyway, here's the song. I'm going to play for you this song. It is, boy, is it creepy. But also, it wasn't creepy when I was a kid. It seemed like a very nice love song. But now I'm like, whoa, dude. Creep-alicious. Here, please enjoy Every Breath You Take.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. I'm a poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you've gone, I've been lost without a trace. I dream at night, I can only see your face. I look around, but it's you I can't replace. I feel so cold and I long for your embrace. I keep crying, baby, baby, please. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. I'm a poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, every breath you take, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching every claim you stake, every move you make, every bond you break. I'll be watching every single day, every word you say, every game you play. I'll be watching every move you make, every bond you break, every smile you fake. I'll be be.